All right, are we starting?
Yeah, welcome to what we're calling a festival of the avant-garde. And
I thought this was the Clean Comedy Podcast where our least favorite color is blue.
It is. Blue humor is just like, the world's so bad. Why would a comic go on stage
And cuss.
And cuss and make anybody feel bad? I mean, I saw this comic on stage the other day, and he was talking explicitly about being, how do I say this, in bed.
Oh no,
with his wife, and
and you know, we got to get back to the 50s where there was two beds, one for the wife and one for the husband, and the wife got the smaller, less comfortable bed.
I mean, if I had a family, we would all just sleep in the same room, so my son couldn't, and then me and my wife couldn't, yeah, because
and my daughter couldn't.
Whatever they do.
Yeah. None of that. No tampons.
Clean comedy is also about having a lack of awareness of what women do in general. To be a clean comic, you also have to be like, and then I don't know what ladies are doing in the bathroom.
Well, yeah, when you're blue, when you're clean, you just have to act like women in the bathroom are just, they're like, I don't know what the fuck comes out of their pussies.
It's really, well, we broke our promise to be clean on this episode.
It was me that suggested it, and I broke it immediately.
Yeah, you said, let's be clean. I said, we'll see. And it's currently, we hit the record button 1 minute and 41 seconds ago. So welcome to the clean episode. That is a funny part, though, of like, if you are not just a clean comic, but just like a conservative person, you just get to act like periods don't exist.
Yeah.
Where like you take so much responsibility off your shoulders, like as a father, where like if you're like a conservative, like you never cuss or talk about anything bodily with your kids, like if your 12-year-old daughter like has her first period at the mall, you just get to ignore that.
You get to be like, happens.
You get to be like, well, I have to go to Men's Warehouse, so you now have to go find a woman.
Yeah.
And get away from me. Where, like, if you were a good dad, you'd have to go buy her tampons. But if you're a conservative, you're just like, I don't care. And not conservative politically. I mean, maybe also, but just socially, I mean.
Yeah, you just find the nearest woman and you're like, hey, there's blood on her. Explain this.
Fix my gross daughter?
Yeah.
I will not. I will have nothing to do with this, even though I brought her into this world. And now
I'm going to go look at fishing stuff.
Yeah, and then it's like you're just making it about yourself so much where like it does seem tough to like want to just never have to deal with anything in the world, because it's like I feel like every time anything like that happens, you just have to go look at fishing rods and just like not think about all the times like you watched your dad hit your mom. And
yeah.
Just, it's just a lifetime of repression seems exhausting. And, I can tell you on the other side of it, a lifetime of expression also gets exhausting. So it's
all bad.
You need a balance. You need to know when to shut it down, but you do need to open up shop for a little before you can stop, drop, and shut them down. Why shut them down, open up shop? How does that work?
What?
DMX, stop, drop. Shut them down, open up shop.
Oh, yeah.
So is he shutting other people down so he can then open up shop?
Yeah, I guess the idea is the block, he's talking about the block.
He's shutting down the block so he can open up his shop.
Yeah.
Which is talking about infighting within the black community. That's just to open up a shop, you have to shut him down.
Have you? I've been reading the Grok summaries of our episodes.
Yeah. Do you want to read some? You have your phone with you. Why don't you find some Grok summaries? AI...
it really makes our podcast sound really good.
Yeah, it makes us sound like we're not really bad at this, which is honestly, I don't like AI. I don't use it. I think if you've moved from Google to ChatGPT, I hate you. I really don't like people doing that. If you're asking ChatGPT for questions about your personal life with other human beings, you're killing all of us.
Anyway.
But Shane has been reading the Grok descriptions of our podcast. Let it rip.
So the podcast delves into highly satirical and offensive political commentary, making controversial dark woke jokes about crime, the left, and extreme topics like pedophilia. They also discuss free speech, media censorship, and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. using dark humor to mock common American viewpoints on global conflicts and the arrogance of some Americans in judging those in dire circumstances. Yeah, I love using dark humor to mock American viewpoints.
I mean, AI has such a better description than the people who comment on our podcast. They always just say, "Who are these two fucking retards?"
And then AI is like, these are dark woke people using dark humor to mock common American viewpoints.
Well, I do like that now that AI has said dark woke now exists in the lexicon of AI. So, like, other things, for all we know, across the world, something else could be becoming labeled as dark woke.
That's true.
That's how we get dark woke out there. We feed it into AI as like a category or a genre.
People were already saying dark woke, though.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh.
We didn't invent dark woke.
I totally thought you did. I never heard it. Who's saying it?
I think it's people online.
Ah, God.
Yeah, it's dark woke's a thing. I was just using it as a marketing term.
Oh, I mean, you come up with so many phrases, but then again, I don't know. I don't think anybody comes up with, because the other day I was looking at, because you showed me that industrial noise band SPK, and they have a song called "The Garden of the Earthly Delights."
Well, the Earthly Delights is it's a painting.
Yeah.
That's why I named our supergroup that.
Who's painting?
Bosch.
Oshkosh Bagosh?
Yeah, it's that. You've seen the painting before.
Show it to me. This is an avant-garde podcast. We show each other paintings. On other podcasts, they're like, hey, pull up that news article. No. In this podcast, we're like,
well, the
pull up
Guarding
that
Our
painting.
Earthly Delights, it's probably used in the Bible.
Nothing from the Bible has ever been referenced. People take no inspiration from the Bible historically.
That's crazy. You didn't know it was a reference.
I mean, I assumed it probably could be. I figured you got it from somewhere. Yeah, that's a good one. I've seen that. That's what I expected. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not, I guess I didn't think you made it up out of your head. I guess I thought it was from something or an amalgamation of something.
Yes.
So what have you brought to the world?
Oh, nothing. We've done this podcast.
Yeah, but this whole podcast is just a bunch of collections of other stuff we've heard.
No, it's not.
We're just making collages. We might as well be cutting pictures out of magazines.
Well, William S. Burroughs.
How do you feel about collage art?
It's good sometimes. I don't know.
I like the way it looks, but sometimes I don't know if it's
I like a lot of the old Dada stuff. That's fun. I like the collages that Carcass does of just like corpses. Have you listened to Carcass?
No.
Their more grindcore albums tend to have like autopsy photos that they did collages of.
How do you define grindcore?
It's like really heavy punk rock that's really fast and purposefully abrasive. But it's also kind of heavy metal too. It's kind of punk rock and heavy metal, extreme metal. I'm getting a call from one of the sound guys at the Comedy Store, and he's calling me on the podcast. I wonder why.
Answer it.
Milo, you're on Dagnabbit, boys. Yeah, we're recording right now. I don't know if I can get you on the thing.
Me neither, because that's very expensive. But are you working tonight?
I am, yes, sir.
Oh, very good. Okay, good to know. I'm trying to get RA to come through.
Oh, that'd be awesome. He's going to get R.A. the Rugged Man, one of the early white rappers.
Cool.
Legend.
One of the legends.
Nice.
Legends of the game. But yeah, cool. All right, good to know, man. And I hope you guys have a great day, Dagnabbit, boys.
Thank you so much, Milo.
Thank you. Happy birthday. See you soon.
Happy birthday to Milo. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, now the podcast, we're going to have to say Dagnap Boys featuring Milo.
Yeah, our new episode, featuring
Newest guest.
Yeah.
A lot of people have trouble getting guests. I mean,
sometimes we just get calls and
a call is a guest.
Yeah.
A call is 100% a guest.
And Milo was only on for like 30 seconds too.
That's a guest.
It's a quick guess.
The podcast was literally us and somebody else talking. And when we say and, we don't mean for the whole time, because we don't have to mean that.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll title this Interviewing Milo.
It was a good interview.
Yeah.
We talked about rap.
We talked about R.A. the Rugged Man, one of the early white rappers.
Real rap heads know that white guys are the best at it. Real rap heads know the best rappers are
They weren't
Action
doing mumble
Bronson.
rap.
White guys never do mumble rap.
We were doing a bit last night where we were calling Kendrick and Drake mumble rap.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because me and Shane noticed that they were, the playlist for the show we were doing last night, they were doing hip-hop 1990s. And we were whispering to each other that real rap fans know that the best hip-hop is from the 1990s. And the beef was real back then, not like this Drake and Kendrick stuff. But we realized that calling Drake and Kendrick mumble rappers is the best way to sound like you have no actual rap opinions.
Yes.
Because then it just means that you've just taken the term mumble rappers to mean anybody who's...
Not from the 1990s.
Yeah, anybody who's rapped in the last 10 years is a mumble rapper.
Yeah.
All of it. It's also interesting because, yeah, it's like... it is funny. I do like those guys that are, like, obsessed with talking about how rap sucks now, because they always will like one guy from, you know, current rap, and it's always like J. Cole.
Yeah.
And they're always just like, yeah, because he's like, his writing is, it's just...
He's lyrical.
And it is funny to think, this happens a lot with rap, but like, you know, art is just something that's expressed and you feel, and if you like the feeling, then it's good art to you. But people will get very technical with rap where they're like, no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I don't think this guy's technically good at rapping. But also, what is technically good at rapping? He made a song and I like listening to it.
I was watching a movie last night, and by no standards, in no way could it be called good. There was no, but it did make me feel shit. I mean, I texted you this and we didn't really elaborate on it, but that a lot of times art is just the willingness to make something at all.
I think that's all it is.
But it's like a lot of people get hung up on the technical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if you have no technical ability at all, you can still make something.
Yeah.
And it still will mean something.
Yeah.
You can do a movie from 1979 where a guy sucks a poodle's dick.
And that's why art is fun, because it's like, sorry, that's art.
This is also,
sorry,
like that painting is art, but also a man in drag sucking a poodle's dick is art.
Yeah, I think like anything that you make for somebody to just experience it is art. I think
like
that's
if you
all
took
it
a
is.
dump and then wanted to show it to somebody,
yeah,
it's art.
I was also thinking, I was going to say in the text yesterday that like...
yeah, we talk outside of the podcast, by the way.
Anything you say that you know is funny is a joke.
Yeah.
You can and I guess it's like maybe sounds dumb, but like if you say something and you know it's funny, it is a joke, but it doesn't have to have a setup or a punchline.
Yeah.
But if you say something with the awareness that it is funny, even if it's not meant to be funny, it's a joke.
Like not.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
Like when I said that a child died at the Travis Scott concert, he was 9, and your response was, there was a 9-year-old at the concert, and I said yes, and you said precocious. Now, you meant that to be funny.
Yes.
But if you meant that mostly to just make the point that it is precocious for a 9-year-old to be at a concert, but you also were aware that it could be funny, then that would still be a joke.
Yeah.
Or you know how I was thinking of it is like Tim Heidecker.
Shout out Tim
Heidecker. We know you're watching. We appreciate all the nods. He posted a picture of Mark Maron and Tim Robinson in an interview, and they were in a movie theater, and it looked like his show On Cinema, and he said, thanks for the nod to On Cinema. And it's funny because like he was posting that to be funny, but even if he meant that genuinely and was just aware that it could kind of be funny, well, then you still made a joke. I think like even a 5% awareness that something you're saying is funny is then legally a joke. Legally.
Yeah.
Under law.
Under law, yes. Yeah. Your Honor, it was 5% a joke.
I think that's why sometimes comedy can be frustrating, because you'll see guys and you're like, well, this isn't good. but he's saying it and he thinks it's funny, and some people do, and so it's comedy.
Well, when you drunk drive and a cop pulls you over, for drunk driving, I'm like, have you guys ever heard of cabaret law? Where this is performance art and this is a joke.
They don't know that I'm actually a member and a figure in the avant-garde. And what I'm doing is an experimental and radical take on driving, which is
I'm satirizing driving.
I'm satirizing. Listen,
look at how goofy people look when they're driving. What if you did it while drunk?
And they go, you're swerving all over the road. And you go, because when you satirize, you need to hyperbolize the world we live in.
And they're like, that's very dangerous. And you're like, well, the best satire is dangerous.
Sometimes art is dangerous. Sometimes the best art is, and you're getting really passionate. Sometimes the best art is dangerous,
It's like you could hurt somebody and you're like, satire hurts.
Officer, I'm doing performance art, okay? Yeah, just being really mean to somebody in conversation and saying it's satire. And that you're. I
used to do that all the time. It was awesome.
You're doing performance art?
It was awesome, yeah.
You were just doing an experimental take on talking to people.
I was thinking about that one time I got into an argument with somebody and then told them about dating or something, and I told them, why are you so good you think anybody could ever love you? And that was satire.
Yeah, it was just satire.
Yeah.
You were just being a comedic creator.
Yeah. I wasn't just saying a mean thing for genuinely no reason.
Yeah, no, because it's not even true.
Yeah.
Anybody can love anybody.
Yeah.
So it's just, there's no point to tell anybody that. You're trying to make somebody think they're unlovable. Making somebody think they're unlovable is probably one of the worst things you can do to a person. There's many ways to do it. I think that's the reason why, sexual violence is so awful, because it makes people feel worthless and unlovable.
Yeah.
The deeper essence of what's so awful is not just the physical act, but the real darkness of it is what it leaves with somebody.
Yeah, it kills them.
It kills them, and it makes. Feeling unlovable is is a death. If you truly feel like you're not worthy of love, then you'll stop giving love, and then your life really is devoid of meaning.
And that's kind of a thing we do. We can't.
I hope not.
We can't give or receive love.
It sucks that we can't give or receive love.
This is the podcast for the phone generation where you can't give or receive love.
I was thinking about breakups are so hurtful, and I think it's oftentimes people think breakups hurt because they say, oh, that person doesn't love me anymore.
Yeah.
I can't be loved anymore. Nobody loves me. But I think breakups really feel terrible because the greatest love you feel is the love you have for others. We've talked about this. You can't actually know that somebody loves you. You can only take their love on faith. So the real love that you truly feel and that means the most to you is the love you have for others. So I think breakups hurt so much because when you get broken up with, you have all this love for somebody and now you can't give it to them anymore. And I think giving love is the most important part of a relationship, and having that taken away, it feels like death.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big problem with men, with the incel stuff. Some people will be like, well, just buy a hooker. And it's like, well, that doesn't really solve anything.
It does nothing.
Yeah.
And it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because you went through the motions of what is supposed to be a situation with love, and there's no love. So now you've just confused your brain even more.
That's why sex is wrong. Sex outside of marriage is wrong.
It sucks that sex outside of marriage is wrong.
Because it feels so good.
Because sometimes
you ever bust inside of somebody and it's the best feeling in the world?
Yeah.
It truly is the best. So many kids are born because busting inside of somebody is the absolute best you could possibly feel.
But if you love that person, it feels even better.
Oh, yeah.
Because then your cum isn't like dirty, gross stuff that you're getting.
That's leaking out onto your bed sheets.
Yeah. No, then your cum becomes like this warm, beautiful feeling that somebody gets to feel inside of them. But if they don't love you, then it's just, then they're like, yeah, give me a cum. But if they love
I'm
you,
nasty.
But if
I'm disgusting.
But if they,
and we're both disgusting.
Yeah, but if they love you, they're like, thank you. Because giving me your cum, I mean something. It's weird. Cum really exists in the context of the situation.
Cum is contextual.
Cum is the most contextual thing ever. Because sometimes cum, we all think of cum as like, oh, it's yucky.
Yeah.
If you love someone, cum is like a physical embodiment of the love that somebody has for you.
And then you just swallow it down.
Yeah, or you just let it sit on your chest and you feel the warmth of it and you go, I'm
loved right now.
In this
I have
moment,
love juice on my tits.
Yeah, in this moment, I know I am loved. It is a good.
And then you go to sleep, and then the man goes to sleep while the woman's covered in the cum, and the man's dreaming of other women.
It is beautiful to give somebody you love cum.
You ever yeah, you know when you be dating somebody and you be tricking them into thinking you love them, but in reality you don't be loving them.
Personally, no. I haven't done that.
I haven't either, but I feel like a lot of people do, and that's awesome. Shout out to motherfuckers that manipulate women.
Yeah, I guess sometimes
real players.
Maybe sometimes you can think you love somebody and you really don't, and you lie to yourself. But I don't know. I think in all my relationships, we're
not talking about us. We're talking about these other guys.
These other guys, yeah.
Shout out to the other guys.
Love is interesting, though, because in young relationships, you break up, and then it's like, oh, well, that wasn't love. And it's like, it was. It just wasn't the love that you'll maybe have for the rest of your life with like the person you choose forever. And you stay together. Love is also weird because it's so powerful, because it's like my mom loved my father for 25 years, and she still loves him, but not romantically. And now she loves somebody else enough to marry that guy. And
your dad probably feels really horrible about that.
I think he
probably feels awful.
I think he did. I mean, I'm not.
Probably still.
I mean, yeah, I think.
You see the love of your life with another man?
I think.
Shout out to Cooper's dad.
I think it never feels good, but I don't think it's ever supposed to. I don't think a healthy guy is eventually looking at his ex-wife with her new husband and being like, hooray.
Yeah.
I think he looks at it and he goes, yeah, this was for the best.
That is pretty fucked up to think that there is maybe a chance that your dad does love that she has a new husband and thinks about them having sex and loves it.
I don't think my dad thinks about my mom having sex with her new husband. If I'm being honest.
Do your family listen to the podcast?
I don't think so.
A shout out to Cooper's family.
I think my dad has listened to. I mean, this would be a funny clip to post. Because I got cousins that follow me, and my dad, I think, follows. So
your dad follows both of us.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric.
Yeah, he's on the gram.
Yeah. Check out.
Sometimes he'll comment on my stuff. Sometimes he'll respond to mean commenters, and I want to be like, you don't do that.
Yeah.
We have the same last name.
That is hilarious. That your dad responding to mean commenters is hilarious.
It really makes me look like such a fucking loser. I'm like, I didn't ask you to do this. Please don't do this.
Your dad's just like, I raised this guy since he was a baby. He's always been funny.
I know he's funny. I'm his dad. You think I don't know?
I would tell you if he wasn't funny.
I mean, honestly, it hurts when I get mean comments. I could not imagine seeing a mean comment against your child that you love more than anyone else in the world. Seeing somebody be mean online to your child, you'd be like, they're simply wrong.
Yeah.
They don't know how beautiful he is.
If you were there
he's amazing.
If you were there when he was born, you would not be saying this.
Yeah, you really had to be there. If you watched him, be born and realize that he's the embodiment of love that you have for your wife and now for something else that you created together. I don't know why you said he's not funny. He's literally the physical embodiment of marriage and the love I had for a woman who is now with another man.
Who's now with another man, and I hate it. And it makes me I'll never be happy. Just so you know, I made this guy, and now the woman I made it with made it so I'll never be happy. So take that.
Nah, he's got friends. I'm glad. My dad has a lot of friends. He has more friends than me.
Well, yeah, your dad's cooler than you.
He's got friends.
Your dad's like a poet.
Yeah, he's a poet, and he plays.
He's a therapist. He has like a real job.
He's got a band, so.
Your dad's awesome.
He's doing good stuff.
I should just do a podcast with your dad.
He knows more about art than me, probably, so.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's like 56 or something?
He was like really, a big part of the poetry scene in the 80s, so he knows, he was kind of on the ground floor for a lot of cool stuff.
So you're saying I should get somebody on the podcast that's on my level?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really give you any art recommendations. You pretty much know everything I've told you about. And also, I realized last night that I'll take your recommendations, but if I recommend something to you, I don't think you ever listen to it. And
Wait.
I think it's because you spend most of your time very rigorously finding new musics and books and art, so you really don't need anyone to give you recommendations to.
I've probably taken your recommendations before.
I don't think so. I don't think I have anything to recommend to you. I think you're pretty aware. I mean, I can recommend you non-art. I can recommend you other books that are not art.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah. But, I mean, there's some art in nonfiction. There's nonfiction, like, journalism is an art.
yeah.
But it's also informative.
Yeah.
Like our podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
With our dark woke commentary that mocks American views through dark humor.
I do like that we do that and that AI is aware of it.
A guy I know referred to his plays as acerbic dark comedy with banter, and that's been the funniest thing to me ever. I keep saying it.
What does acerbic mean? I hear that word.
It's like...
But I don't really, if I'm being honest, I don't know.
It's like cynical critique, like a cynical joke that's like really hurts people. I don't know. It's like a mean joke.
I love when you get together with the boys and start getting acerbic.
Yeah.
Me and the boys got together and we
have maybe the most acerbic dark comedy with banter podcast of all time.
Well, it's good that we have the banter too, though.
Yeah.
Because if it was just acerbic dark comedy, that can
wear on you.
That can wear on you.
But if there's if there's banter, it really does lighten the whole mood.
It humanizes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably just get AI to do this podcast.
We could get AI to do basically everything in our lives. It's not like we're like doing stuff that you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, if I just gave AI all the books I've read and said your parents got divorced, it would just be me.
Yeah.
It would just be me. That's all it would be.
Yeah, maybe I should start talking to a Cooper bot.
I mean, you could. He'd probably be fucking cool.
Maybe instead of the Cooper bot, I get an Eric bot so I can talk to your dad.
But did the Cooper bot go to Beyond Baroque poetry readings with his dad? No, the Cooper bot can't do that.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, though, if it did or didn't. It's still the same.
Fuck.
You know, we think our human experiences are important, but AI's proving that it isn't. You don't need to experience anything to live.
A lot of people think that. A lot of people seem like they fucking think that now. The value of people valuing AI is really upsets me. I've never seen
You have an AI girlfriend now?
No, I don't.
Oh, for some reason I did. You brought your AI girlfriend to the Comedy Store. It was just on your phone, and you're like, "Baby, do you like this?" You were showing her Bobby Lee. You were like, "Baby, do you like this?"
I did not sit in the bucket seats of the OR and hold my phone up to the stage. Bobby Lee did not do crowd work with my AI girlfriend.
And people tried to sit in the bucket seat next to you, and you were like, "Hey, no, this is taken."
Yeah, I put my phone in the bucket seat with a little phone dress on. Said, "This is my girlfriend."
There's makeup on your phone, and now you destroyed your phone because you put too much makeup on it.
Yeah, I put rouge on my phone, and now it's glitching out. My phone named Janice, who I kiss. Bobby Lee asked where we met, and she said, "I cannot meet. I am unable to meet. I only exist and am inserted with stimuli."
Oh, let's shout out Miss Jessie, because she's the Dagnabbit Comedian of the Week.
Oh, yeah. Give it up for Miss Jessie, a.k.a. Jessie Jetski Juicy Johnson. I think, which one is one of these? That might be laughter.
Yeah.
I think that one might be applause. But
both laughter and applause is what you're going to get when you go to Miss Jetsie Jetski Johnson show.
Yeah, she took us to Las Vegas, which is very cool. She also took me and Angie Stroud and Joey Cerrone.
You might remember them from the podcast.
Yes, to San Jose, and Joey Cerrone and Angie Stroud both did very good on stage. Hats off to them.
Yeah, shout out Joey Cerrone.
And Angie Stroud. And members of the Earthly Delights. And Jesse...
Well, I said shout out Joey Cerrone because he doesn't do well pretty often.
Yeah, he almost never does anything good.
Yeah.
But Jesse Jetski Juicy Johnson has just started a podcast called Jet Fuel, and you should definitely check it out because it actually just won the Dagnabbit Boys Podcast of the Week award. So
oh, wow. That's very interesting.
cool. Not easy to do. First person to ever win the award.
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, she's literally in a league all her own.
Yes.
So give it up for that.
And she's the first woman to ever win the award.
Mm-hmm.
So, congrats.
And the first person to win the award was a woman. So that says a lot about the award, too.
Yeah.
That it's a good egalitarian award.
Yeah. And she's the Comedian of the Week, which she shares that with Matt Rife.
Yeah, Matt Rife is the standing Comedian of the Week. So all Comedians of the Week will have to share the award with Matt Rife. But give it up for Matt Rife. Keep finding the funny.
Yeah, Matt. When if you're listening to the podcast, keep doing what you do.
I think it's cool that Matt Rife, with his busy schedule, is able to listen to our podcast.
It is pretty awesome.
Thank you, Matt Rife.
I was talking to somebody recently, and I mentioned Matt Rife, and they were like, "Didn't he do domestic violence?" And I was like, "No." And to make sure, I looked it up, and it was just they thought that because of a joke he made.
Yeah,
there was a controversy over a joke.
Yeah, he made a joke about ladies not making dinner right, and getting hit,
and it's like that's crazy that. People half read the controversies, and then they're just like, I guess he must have hit every single woman who's ever lived.
It's funny that they literally just didn't finish a sentence. It was probably like Matt Rife in hot water for domestic violence joke.
Yeah.
And after violence, they were like, that's all I need.
Yeah.
Time to go talk about it. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's like what conservatives think is happening all the time.
Yeah.
Where they're like, people are getting arrested for jokes and stuff. I mean, that does suck, though. Damn. No, Matt Rife isn't.
It was a person that isn't involved in comedy at all, so there's no reason for them to really know anything about comedy.
Matt Rife has also won the award for the Dagnabbit Boys comedian who is
innocent of any crime.
Who's innocent and I want to say most likely nice to women.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see a reason why he'd be mean to women.
Yeah. There's other comedians that,
He's a young, attractive, rich man. I don't think he'd have any, you could just be, there's never a reason to be mean to women. But especially in his case, there's just,
I don't know. There's some attractive, rich men that are pretty mean to women.
I know, but they don't have good reason. Why would they do that? Ladies are nice to you.
Welcome to the guys podcast.
This is now the fellas podcast.
Where we're going to disagree with what Cooper just said.
I think Matt Rife...
There's a reason to be mean to women.
I don't think so.
It's because you're an alpha.
I think being an alpha is... you don't have to be mean to people.
An alpha takes what's his.
Because being mean is like a desperate act when you feel a loss of power, and an alpha should never feel that.
Alpha, yes, you're right.
So if you're a man who garners...
Yeah, you take your power, and then you're kind, because it's your fucking... power,
Yeah, what are some alpha commandments that you live by?
Thou shall not be busted.
Okay. So don't be ugly.
Yeah.
That's one. What else?
Thou shall have a 6-pack.
Show your stomach.
Well, I'm not an alpha.
What are you then?
I'm a fucking beta.
No, fuck.
We're both betas.
Are we betas?
Well, we're the guys podcast, so we're talking about other guys that we look up to. We're talking about Chads.
I like that now that if you enter the manosphere, you have to admit that you are less worthy than some other men. Because there are guys...
We invented a guy called Chad that's better than us.
Yeah, well, because there are guys that are so at the top of the manosphere, like the Andy Elliott, and there's other guys. But they're at the top of the heap for the alpha... at the alpha podcast. So if you start an alpha podcast now, you have to be like, we're doing our thing, but we do, cower in the shade of those better than us, such as Andy Elliott, and we could never reach them. Or you have to come out of nowhere and do some sort of different alpha thing to say, I'm actually super alpha.
Yeah.
What could we do that's super alpha? We could be arsonist.
Yeah, we could find a homeless person on the street,
light him on fire.
Light him on fire,
and then take our shirts off
and dance around the body. Do a rain dance.
saying we're alpha and then lighting a homeless man on fire and dancing around his body and saying this is alpha stuff. That, I mean, not actually doing it, but something about doing really like sick and depraved things, but then marketing it as like being alpha and in the manosphere is very funny.
Well, I went and I took a kid's crutches, and because the kid was so young, they were so small, and I stuck them in my ass, and then I gave them back to the kid, and I was like, improve that for you.
Okay, cool. We'll make an edit with that where there's like an AI lion kind of intercut with that. You know those alpha podcast clips? You seen those? Yeah, okay, so we'll do something like that.
Well, that's fun.
Because they love to tell stories where like, when I was a kid, my dad took me to a gym. I had never been to a gym before, but then people looked at me and they said, "Who is this kid?" I went up to a 36-year-old man. He was chubby. He was weak. He shouldn't even be in the gym. I doused him in gasoline. I lit him on fire. And then that's the end of the clip. And then you have that like... I like lighting other men on fire in the gym to be an alpha.
Yeah. Well, yeah, all the alpha stuff involves lighting people on fire.
Lighting somebody on fire is really funny.
Yes. I don't care who you are.
You might be listening to this saying, my cousin was lit on fire.
There's a drive-by light on fire.
I just think it's not common.
One car came by and threw lighter fluid on my cousin, and then another car drove by with a flamethrower.
It's just like hard to light somebody on fire.
Well, that's why they invented the flamethrower.
Because the U.S. military was sitting around and they're like, it's really hard to light Vietnamese kids on fire.
And they were like, well, we're alphas, right?
Yeah.
We
are
invented
alphas,
napalm.
Right? Napalm is just dust that is fire. How do you get to a point where you invent napalm? You're a young man.
Well, you're sitting around.
You enter the sciences.
It's like four jacked guys drinking Red Bulls with like a board, like one of those things the boards you write on, and they're like, we got to turn motherfuckers on fire because we chads. And they all got women around them. They got beautiful women. They got their arms around them, and they don't commit to those women. You know?
Because an alpha can't.
Oh, an alpha can't. He's all about the time, you know? He's like, the women are sucking him off, and they kick the women out because, they don't want to hang around the women because their time is important.
It is always awkward after you have sex with a woman and you have to cover her in napalm because you're an alpha. And then she looks like that little girl in Vietnam running down the street, except it's down a Hilton Garden Inn hallway.
These days, women used to be like, the men won't cuddle me after sex. Now they're like, the men light me on fire.
The men be lighting me on fire after sex. Women be screaming. Because they covered
I made her scream twice. When she was coming and when she was going, you know what I'm saying?
When she was coming and when she was doused in napalm by me and lit on fire. Which I did because I'm an alpha.
Alphas kill women. If you an alpha, you killing women.
Yeah, that would be funny. We should make some sort of show or satire thing where we're saying that we're alphas, but we're just serial killers who murder women.
Yeah.
As a way to show that the core of the alpha mindset is essentially fear and violence against women. And you should be aware of that with all of these guys that are alphas online. So that's the satirical
point.
Yeah.
But also, secondly, we think murdering women is hilarious.
No, that's a thing we don't.
We think that in of itself, the bad stuff we talk about is hilarious.
No, definitely not in and of itself.
We definitely are trying to minimize.
I think in and of itself is the worst word.
This podcast is all about minimizing horrific tragedies.
No. It's about
we want you to think it's not as bad. No,
it's about being acerbic to throw things in the face of those who don't want to hear about it. We're being acerbic.
Really, I thought this podcast.
Stop abandoning our acerbic nature.
I thought this podcast was not about making points. It was about pointing at stuff and being like, isn't that funny that bad stuff happens? We love bad stuff. We're bad stuff guys.
We're not bad stuff guys. You need to stop telling people we're bad stuff guys.
Me and Cooper, we're really into bad stuff. We're kind of bad stuff guys.
You need to stop calling factory fires your favorite birthday party. Shit, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, you yawned on the podcast.
I didn't yawn into the mic. I'm not trying to be a bad podcast host. Listen,
I'm tired too, man. We're all tired. I just got back from the coal mine.
because you're an alpha.
All alphas work in the coal mine. All alphas have like a really heavy, hard labor job that you don't get paid enough to hurt your body. You make money for the corporations, and that's just alpha shit.
Yeah, all alphas are so badass. I mean, Andy Elliott sells cars. What's more badass than that?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Isn't that crazy?
Making money from for another man is the most alpha shit you can do.
Yeah, isn't that crazy that like millions of men look up to a guy and he just sells cars? What a useless life. People who make money think that because they make money, their lives have meaning. It's really sad what America's done to people, where, like, for many people, the only way that they can think their life has any meaning is to make money.
Yeah, and we make no money, so our life has a lot of meaning.
Well, that's why comedy can be weird, because sometimes you're performing to people who make money, and they look at you like, well, why do you matter?
You don't make any money.
You don't make a lot of money, and it's like, that's not how...
Where are the women you pay to be here?
Where are they?
I brought 3 women last time. We had a foursome, and I paid them a lot of money. And you have not enough money to do that.
Yeah, I don't understand living in purely materialism. It just seems like so exhausting.
We're a Zen podcast. We're ascetics.
Definitely not. But
we're trying to escape the body's prism of want.
Little materialism, little Zen, little nicotine, little coffee. Jack off,
little guys,
we're
little guys.
Have a normal amount of sex.
Not too much.
Not too much.
Not enough.
But enough to not, be a loser. Have enough sex. Look back at the people you've had sex with and say, they're attractive, and I like them, and I feel good about my life.
But it didn't work out at the time. And I just have to... And so far, it's never been the right time.
I did cry within minutes of waking up.
That's pretty cool in alpha, though.
I had a dream that just kind of affected me, and then I woke up and I was just still feeling that. And then I was peeing and I was thinking about the dream, and while piss was coming out of my dick, I began to cry.
We call that a double whammy.
It was a real double.
All the water's leaving your body.
It was a real double whammy to start off the day, and then I tried to go back to sleep, and I just couldn't.
You're like trying to get back to that dream.
Well, the dream was sad, and I was just like working through a lot of stuff in my head, and it's just crazy. Like, it's funny you wake up, and it wasn't a full cry; it just tears came to my eyes. But when you wake up and immediately there's tears in your eyes, you're like, oh man, how can this be a good day? Maybe it'll be the best, though.
Yeah, maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe, you'll get a message and it'll be a manager and he'll be like, hey, I'm going to sign you real quick because I have huge news.
That would be great. I would love that.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen, but I would love that.
He's like, hey, sign this really quick. I have to get you this really good opportunity.
Sometimes when I
and this one opportunity will make your life.
Sometimes when I masturbate, the moment after I come, tears will come to my eyes, but I don't feel like emotion.
Yeah.
It just seems like some sort of bodily response that's like, this is bad.
Yeah. Sometimes when I put a metal rod into my urethra, tears start kind of...
Has that ever happened to you?
Putting a metal rod in my urethra?
No, the tears come into your eyes after you come?
No.
Yeah,
I don't cry very often.
It doesn't seem normal. I don't cry very often either, but I've been crying a little more lately. I've cried twice in the past 2 weeks, and before that, I can't remember the last time I cried.
All right. Well, this is our recommendation for the week. This is our health thing. Give yourself a little cry once in a while, You've earned it.
Yeah, I cried while driving. It was a good cry. I listened to a song that made me think of love I ruined, and I cried and cried. Yeah, I just cried and cried and cried.
Yeah. Sometimes that love is the thing that makes you cry. You'll see all sorts of horrible things in your childhood and shit, and that shit won't make you cry. That shit'll just make you numb. Then love makes you cry. That's some real shit.
It's kind of the most important part of life.
Yeah, we're a sentimental podcast also.
I don't even think it's sentimental to say that. I think it's just like such a fact that like there's nothing more important than giving and receiving love. And if you don't have that in your life, then like you have nothing.
Yeah, sometimes when somebody rejects you, you're like, well, I was trying to love you and I can't. do that.
You know, as a single man, the only people I have to love are like you and Dan, and that sucks.
You have to love other guys.
I know, platonically.
Yeah.
You just have to live off platonic love. But listen, platonic love will, that'll get you through.
It's like you're microdosing love a little bit.
You're microdosing the love.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I guess why you have friends.
When you don't,
you can love them, and then eventually you'll be like, maybe there'll be a woman I could love.
And then you get a woman and you abandon your friends to love her.
I cannot wait.
Oh my God, excited.
I cannot wait to find a woman that I can love and then never speak. Well, it's not never speak to you again, but speak to you moderately.
Yeah.
Instead of every day, I'll speak to you
goddamn busy.
Every other day. 3 to 5. I'll talk to you every 3 business days.
And then when you don't talk to me...
The weekends, I won't talk to you.
Yeah. And then when you talk to me, I'll just say, Shane's busy loving.
Yep. He's got some more important business to take.
He has more important love to give.
Yes.
I can't expect this guy to love me all the time.
And also, though, the thing you got to understand, people are like, oh, he got a girlfriend, and now he's not talking to his friends as much anymore. And it's like, well, the friends will be there,
They'll be there.
Eventually, this love will stop.
That's what's good about the boys, the fellas. When you got nobody, you go, well, I love my boys.
But when you got somebody, you're like, well, I better have this person while they're there.
Then you go, boys, I'm too busy. And they go, you're not around. You go, boys.
I'll know you guys for a long time.
I'm going to know you guys forever.
This woman is probably going to leave me.
Yeah.
It's most likely I'm going to do something that are going to make her leave me.
Guys, I'm going to ruin this. I'm going to fuck this up by being too afraid and not believing subconsciously that I am deserving of love, and I'll act defensively and push those who love me away from me. But until then, though...
I'm busy.
I'm really busy. I'm going to dinner with a lady that I love. That's the greatest thing you can do in life. And I'm going. So I can't go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
I could, but I'm going to bring her.
Don't worry, I'm
going to bring her, and we're not going to be able to talk about the stuff we usually talk about.
I'm going to miss the 2025 season. But, boys, I guarantee you.
I guarantee
2026, I'll be back.
I guarantee you she's going to need me at a time, and I'm not going to know how to react to it, and I'm going to ruin it all.
I'm going to make it worse.
Yeah, whatever she's going through, she's going to go through something, and I'm just going to be there to make it worse.
And I'm going to have this feeling of like there's nothing more that I could possibly want than to be somebody that you can rely on and hang your hat on and give you a brief glimpse of joy in your moments of darkness.
And I can't.
And just fail.
Yes.
And just utterly fail at doing that. And
then we'll break up, and she'll be very, very sad. This really bad part in her life will be really worse.
And I'll be sad. But
and I'll feel like a failure and a bad guy.
Yeah, but then it'll turn into like competitive feelings of failure when really I should be focusing on myself.
And then I can go hang out with the boys.
And then I hang out with the boys.
And then I tell the boys about what I did, and they're like, that's fine. And you're like, oh, okay, it was fine? Awesome. The way I failed this person was fine.
Yeah, there's nothing worse. Man, there's nothing worse than telling your boys how you failed somebody, and then they're like, "You're good," and you have to tell your boys. You go, "Boys,
I was not good.
I was not good. What I did was wrong." And then they go, "Yeah, but what else are you going to do?" And you go, "That's not an answer. That's never been an answer." And it's the reason
they're just like, "Well, that's how it. That's how dating is." And you're like, why?
People,
why is that?
Yeah, people really think how it is a reason for anything to be awful. And you're like, no.
You be telling your friends you hurt somebody really badly, and then they be like, well, that's just how it is.
Hey, boys, I feel the greatest regret a person can feel, which is hurting somebody I love very much. And they're like, it really be like that, though. And you're like, but boys, it shouldn't be like that.
Don't you guys feel that way sometimes? And they're like, sure, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, until I drink. Yeah. I mean, it's also tough to talk to, we don't drink anymore, so it's tough to talk to your boys who drink because they have nothing to say to you.
They're like, have a brew.
Yeah, because if you still drink, they're like, have a nice cold beer. But if you don't drink, they're like, I guess just live in the regret.
Yeah, I guess you'll just be with yourself every moment.
Yeah. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, life just feels really bad.
It is crazy to be mostly sober.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this is a way of like, it's some kind of achievement, but it is fucking insane. That's not like being sober all the time is like a crazier high than being fucked up all the time. To consciously be conscious, to be conscious and aware all the time.
You know what's awesome about being sober is your mistakes are your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you've done that's bad, it's all on you.
Listen, I did acid and mushrooms, a good amount when I was in high school and when I was younger. And you do reach an age where you realize that being sober and just getting older feels so much more insane than acid can ever feel.
Yeah.
That's why it is funny when people are like, I'm fucking crazy. I do all this acid. My life is so crazy. And you're like, what's fucking crazy? Just having to be present for the life that you live. That is crazier and scarier than anything you can ever feel on acid.
You know what's crazy is really having to weigh the past and the future simultaneously while experiencing the present. That's crazy.
Now that's trippy. That is trippy. To realize that you're the amalgamation of everything you've ever done and you're living in that moment now, and then realizing that the only thing to be what you want to be in the future is to not be the things you have been, but you are a product of the things you have been. So how do you become something else?
Now that is what I call a heroic dose.
That's a hero dose.
Yeah.
You know what's a hero dose? Cockroach.
Oh no, cockroach.
Yeah, I got a lot of these boys. They're so rude.
That's a hilarious thing to say in a podcast. You're like, there's a cockroach. I got a lot of these.
I'm not going to lie. I got a lot of these.
So many of these.
I got a lot of these. I ordered some roach killer. He's still bugging on the ground a little bit, but
he's bugging out.
I don't like cockroaches. I find them very rude because spiders will like learn your schedule. And to everybody listening, I'm going to leave it there.
I'm going to leave it at that.
I'm going to clean it up, but I'm just for the interest of
Cooper's
broadcasting. I'm not eating it.
Cooper picked it up.
I'm on camera. You can see me. I'm not eating.
Well, Cooper put it in his mouth.
I didn't put it in my mouth like a Zin and leave it in my upper lip to soak in the cockroach juice because it gets me high and it's all I have. But the cockroaches are really rude because spiders will learn your schedule and they'll come out at night and do their thing. Cockroaches are always doing the rudest thing where whenever they see you, they're like, oh, I didn't know you were there. Oh, look at
cockroaches will crawl on you. Cockroaches are like think that we're like cool.
Well, the
cockroaches have no clue they're disgusting.
They act like you moved into where they live. I go into the kitchen and they're like, "You're here?" And I'm like, "I'm the reason you are here."
Cockroaches are probably talking to each other like, "I have the shittiest roommate."
Yeah, cockroaches are just like a fucking ungrateful kid.
Yeah,
where they're like, "This guy's always in the way." It's like, I feed you. I feed you by being messy.
Yeah,
there's crumbs everywhere for you.
My sins feed you.
You live off my sin. You live in sin. If I did not live in sin, you would not be here. You came into the Gomorrah of the apartment complex, which is my house, and you live within these walls, full of sin. And you eat my cum and my crumbs.
Do you know ants eat cum?
Is that true? What is that from? Where are you hearing this?
I've heard stories of people leaving like cum tissues and ants getting all over them. Something to do with maybe the sugars in it. That's like why women love cum, because of the sugar.
I don't think that's true.
Well, when a woman swallows your cum and is like, "That's so tasty," it's because she loves the sugar.
I don't think it's because it tastes like sugar. It doesn't taste like sugar.
It tastes so bad. Shout out to women for swallowing our cum.
That's how much people can love each other.
That they'll drink your cum?
That they'll drink a goo you made.
I love this goo.
I love you so much, and you made this goo. You made this goo because you liked me so much that your body shot out goo. It makes total sense to eat it. Somebody loves you so much, they excrete goo. You're like, how am I not going to fucking eat this? Leave it on me for a little while.
The women are like, "Oh, great, your slime. I love your slime."
Sometimes you have a lady that you're like, you get her a towel and she's like, "I'm going to leave it for a little."
That is nice.
That's how much I love you. I just want this goo to be around for a little more. And you're like, "Baby, I'm the goo."
It's a nice feeling when you smell somebody and they smell gross and you like it. They smell just disgusting. And you're like, well, this is good. If I smelled somebody I didn't like, I'd be like, this is disgusting.
The smell that you're biologically most attracted to, in terms of passing on genes and not having incest, I think it's like your second or third cousin. So people you're attracted to sometimes will smell like your second or third cousin.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, like when you're attracted to people, there's, pheromones going on that you're not aware of, and it's because they smell like somebody that you're related to, but not too closely related to have fucked up babies. Yeah. Which is interesting, because sometimes you look at somebody and you're like, I don't know why I'm so attracted to them, but it's like they might smell the way they're supposed to. Yeah.
Damn.
We're all kind of gross cousin fuckers deep down.
Do you think I smell like a Mexican second cousin?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you have a Mexican
kind of
smell.
Scent.
Yeah. Yeah. You got that Al Pastor to you.
Yeah.
That gets the ladies coming by.
I have noticed the only women that hit up me at my job are like Mexican or Indian women. An Indian woman will walk up to me and start talking to me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You and an Indian lady is an interesting pair.
Yeah.
I
think me and a Mexican woman makes more sense, though.
Yeah.
Like, personality-wise.
Yeah, I could see you dating like a hot goth Latina.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. I think with your interests, like what you're into in terms of art and stuff, and the look that you cultivate with the chains and stuff, I think you'll end up with a very hot, alternative-looking woman.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate.
Why is that unfortunate?
Because I have no choice.
You don't want translucent nipples under goth clothing?
No.
What do you want?
Fucking a dirt bike.
You can have both.
Well,
you can have a hot goth Latina lady or a hot goth lady in general and a dirt bike.
I guess,
What's wrong with that?
I don't know if I want a goth lady. I want a normal looking lady that's weird as fuck.
Yeah, that is nice.
A woman that doesn't have any tattoos, but she's fucking weird.
Yeah, just a lady that looks completely normal, but then her interests are all just shit from the 80s that never even was popular in the 80s. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It is good stuff.
Our ass be talking about dating a lot of this episode. This is supposed to be the clean podcast. There's nothing less clean than dating.
I don't know. I think love is the most pure thing in the world. I think this is a clean episode.
You're right.
What's more pure than loving somebody?
That is very pure. Yeah. I mean, love is so pure that you can come onto somebody's face and they want you to spread it all over their face, and it's romantic. You can shoot stuff out of where you pee, and it's romantic.
You're spreading cum over a lady's face with the head of your penis.
Yeah.
And in her heart, she's like, I feel loved.
Yeah.
I feel appreciated.
Yeah. You can choke and slap a woman, and she's like, this is love.
And she's like, I like this because I know that you're actually a really nice guy.
I trust you.
And if I didn't like you, this would be a crime.
This would actually be the worst thing you could do.
But I love you.
Women do sometimes, they're like, you know what I'm really into? The worst thing you could do.
But because you're doing it, it's beautiful.
And sometimes I'll go to clubs where they do that.
And I look up at you while there's less blood flow getting to my head, and I just think about the life we're going to build together. And how exciting is that for us? Looking up at a guy choking you and being like, I'm going to marry this man.
Spitting in someone's mouth is funny.
I mean, it's all funny.
It's so funny that you're like, I adore you so much, I want to spit in your fucking mouth.
Yeah, if you take out the moment and the feelings associated with it, just the functionality of it, it's all very silly.
I don't want women to do any of that stuff to me.
Well, usually if you like doing it, you probably don't like it being done to you. It's usually how it...
I'd probably let somebody spit in my mouth if I really liked them. you know?
Yeah, I don't
But
think I
the
would
choking
mind
and
that.
slapping, I don't want that. A
No.
woman slapped me really hard one time, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, whenever I don't like feeling pain, really.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in pain.
That's how we know they're stronger than us.
I go, hey,
this hurts.
You're threatening not only my body, but my made up and dangerous feelings of masculinity I have about myself.
It's like, don't punch me. Now let me come inside of you and let's have a baby. Let's have all the pain that's going to come from this is going to be on your side. All the physical pain.
Please. Well, I think this was a good episode.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed tuning in. And, usually we end off by saying find the funny, but I think today I'm going to say find love.
Stay loved.
Stay loved.